All right, so I really needed to address this because after I made a reel about how men tend to troll more than women because they have more narcissistic tendencies based on studies that are peer-reviewed, people kind of freaked out a little bit. They said, what studies? You didn't show us proof of studies. Women tend to be narcissists more than men. None of those things are true. So I'm going to address this comment so that we can squash that. Big, giant universities and hospitals like Cleveland Clinic and Harvard state men are 50 to 75% more likely than women to have narcissistic personality disorder. That was a mouthful to say. But even bigger than that, there was a huge study done that compiled 355 studies across different countries. And that gave the same result. But they broke it down into different traits, and men scored much higher came to entitlement. He mentioned that women cheat more than men, and that's a narcissistic trait. That's not accurate. It really varies depending on age, but when it comes to like married couples, men do cheat at a much higher rate. With that said, cheating's not on the list of things that doctors look for when they're looking at narcissistic traits. There's a whole list of things that they look for. Cheating's not on the list. Narcissists certainly could cheat, but that does not make someone a narcissist. Lastly, studies also show that men who have narcissistic tendencies believe things like influencers and social media above looking at research and peer-reviewed studies. It confirms their bias, so it makes them feel good, which is why you have a lot of dudes falling in love with ChatGPT, because they're just talking to themselves, right? ChatGPT is just you. So when I get comments that say things like, studies show women have more narcissistic tendencies than men, I know that's not true. I'm sure that they read it somewhere. That doesn't mean that that somewhere is a credible source. So I hope that cleared it up.